What's going on YouTube? It's Cosco here. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video and I'm really sorry about that. I've had a lot of things come up in the past couple of weeks and it's just been really hard to do anything. I've been trying a few things out. I've actually been trying live streaming a little bit and, just some other things like that. But anyways, I'm back and here I am right now, so let's go ahead and get this underway. To come back, we're coming up to the end of the new time frame for the ban list to be updated for both the TCG and OCG. I have looked at the OCG a little bit, and at first when I saw it, I was a little hesitant at first when I saw it. But then after I read a few things about some cards being changed and stuff, I was like, oh, okay, that makes this a little bit easier to make my predictions upon. So, starting off, let's go ahead and do my ban list predictions. So here's my first one. I think everyone could agree with this, and I'll explain as I go. So, I think for right away for the band, I think title, all four of the dragons just need to get banned. And the reason why is because I still see them, and I still see it in the Sylvans. The Sylvans, you sit there and they now play the Black Rose Queen or whatever, the one where you return one plant monster and special summon her. They bring out Tidal or Tempest or whatever, and they get a free rank 7. They also have their own rank level 7 monster that they can just special summon from their deck. It's completely retarded, and it's just the plant version of dragons, and I'm really pissed at it right now. But, we can't really hit anything on them yet, because I don't even think it's a full playset yet. I don't think. But anyways, yeah, I want to see all four of those gone. They're just too good. And actually, in particular, the reason I have Tidal up is because I think Tidal is the strongest of all four of them. Now, you're probably going, well, no, Blaster has an extra 200 attack on Tidal. Yeah, that may be so. And then also you're probably thinking, well, Red Ox has an extra, has freaking 3,000 defense. That's not the reasoning. The reason is its level and where it can be played. It can be thrown into Mermails, and Mermails is a pretty high competitive tier deck right now. And I can just see that being why I think the dragon should be hit is because, just stuff like that where they could be splashed around so easily, and they're just, if we didn't have XYZs and Synchros, I could see them being okay at 1 just because, where do they get a hurt, They wouldn't be that bad. But, yeah, in this kind of day and age, I don't think so. Moving on, Evil Swarm Extinction Knight? What were they thinking? What is this bullcrap? Seriously, Konami? Really? Is this what we're coming out with now? Just to free spam the nuke that doesn't die on the field and can do it twice, no problem. It's even better than Black Rose. And it's a vanilla rank 4. What is this? Are you trying to put poop in my face and telling me that it's Hershey's Kiss? Because it's not Hershey's Kiss. No, that's still poop. It smells. I'm sorry. But no, I don't want this kind of thing in here. This needs to get banned immediately. This is such a... At first when I saw it, I was like, okay, it's probably not going to be that broke. Oh no, it just nukes the field and changes the entire game. No big deal. Yeah, it needs to be gone. But that's okay, because if you guys were like, okay, your bans are so far, you're right on the money, we're done with bans. We're already going right into single. I really don't I've actually kind of liked this format a little bit. Minus, these are the 4 main decks I've seen. I've seen Boojins, which isn't all that... It's not terrible. It's not good either. I've seen Mermails, which, that's where the E-Dragons come in. I've seen the, what is it? I know there's 2 more. Oh, Heretics with the Elemental Dragon splash into it. And then finally, Sylvan. And, Sylvan, I don't think are even a full playset, so I can't really count that. But anyways, so, coming back to 1 at the limited list, I can see Elemental Hero Stratos. Guys, come on, let's be honest. They didn't need to hit this. It can come back to 1, no problem. It's not going to kill the game. No one's going to die in the end. We're all going to be just fine. Stratos is not by any means overpowered. Look at the, the Prophecy spellbooks. They have basically 3 Stratos for free. So why can't, Elemental Heroes have their 1, I think that's fair. Now, here's one that I don't know how you guys are going to feel, but I think it should come back to 1 because OCG has it, and it made no effect. Cyberstein. Cyberstein, it's a ban card, and yeah, I get it. Back in the day, yeah, I could never see this coming back, but for right now, this card is really posing no threat to anybody. So, if it gets Veilered, that blows if it gets Veilered, because you're out 5,000 life points. So, I mean, it's pretty much, you better have some backup plan or you're screwed. I mean, let people have it. If it gets Valored, that sucks to be them, I guess. The next thing is Coach Soldier Wolfbark. This is just, it's a recovery card, and honestly, it summons, you summon it, you get another one out, you go into the rank 4, you get a free rank 4 out of it. I kind of want it at 1. I feel like it's just too powerful. It's really not, like, I wouldn't say it's game breaking, but I would say that it needs to it needs to go down to 1. I mean, I really hate when I finally have my opponent down, and then all of a sudden they just bring this out, they can get out of rank 4 for free, and it's like, really? I just took all that time to get you whittled down, and now you're going to bring that. I just, no, I think it needs to go away to 1. Next, Substitute. Now, hold on. Before you go, wait. No, we cannot have this back. Hold on. There's a reasoning, and I should get to it first, but I didn't. But Konami has been eradicating the sort of the tribute one monster to special summon or to tribute one monster to inflict damage kind of thing. They've been eradicating the effect. And if you don't know what I mean by errata, they've been changing it. So, basically what my prediction is here is they should errata Substitute, so it says once per turn, just like they did with Dark Strike Fighter and Catapult Turtle. I think it would make it playable again, back at 1, no big deal, wouldn't be a big deal at all. Next on the list, Dark Strike Fighter. Now, you're going, wait, again, hold on guys, it's got the effect errata, so it can only do it once per turn. Sure, it's still a potential 4,000 beater, and by beater I mean it attacks directly and kills itself, and gets, that, but if they try killing itself early on to end the game, effect failure, boom. You lose the monster. Sucks to be you. You don't do the damage, and you lose your monster. So it's a huge risk over reward kind of thing, in my opinion. And I can just see it come back at 1 with that kind of effect where it's only once per turn. I don't see a problem with that, and I think that'd be kind of fun. OCG has that freaking 3. I think that's a little crazy because I mean, they're asking for burn decks to come back at that point. Again, still at 1, Reckless Greed. I am sick of seeing people set down 3 of these bad boys, activating all of them. It's like, if you guys want to ban Pot of Greed, I get Pot of Greed's faster than Reckless Greed, but Reckless Greed is the exact same thing as Pot of Greed, basically, just you have to skip a draw phase, which even then, people, if they're playing a draw deck, they're not really skipping their draw phase, they're just going to keep drawing. They just need the little bit of engine to keep it going. So yeah, I could just see Reckless Greed going down to 1. I mean, I'm just... the decks I've seen it in is Dark World, which, Dark World I don't really see needing to be hit too bad because they're still kind of bad, but this would be a way of hitting them, like, passively without really, doing anything too sporadic to the game. Next would be Fire Formation Tenki at 1. I think everyone could agree with me, Fire Formation Tenki should never have been moved from 2 back to 3. I think it just needs to be dropped to 1. 2 was okay. 3 was no. No. Never again. No more. It's too much power. There are 4 decks that can use it very well, and it's got so much power. I think it needs to be moved to 1. It's a search power card. I mean, if we can't have Reinforcement of the Army, we definitely cannot have Fire Formation Tenki, which also gives a boost. I mean, if they're going to have Fire Formation at 3, and if they keep it that way, I think Roa should come back to 2, personally. But that's not what I want. I don't want surge power. I want to kind of slow down the game a little bit more, just because the game doesn't need to be as fast as it is currently. Which comes to the next card that I think everyone's going to be really excited about. I'd love to see Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, come back to 1. Now, reasoning for that is Trishula, yes, maybe a little bit of a... It definitely pays for itself as soon as you Synchro Summon it. But Trishula is a card that, honestly, I have no problem with it coming back. It's very splashable in every deck, and Infernities can't loop it anymore, so I don't see any problem with that. I mean, yeah, they might be able to make the 1, but what's that 1 Trishula going to do? Is it going to end the game? Probably not. But it'll definitely... I think it'd be okay to come back. I mean, I've had so many opportunities where I've been playing 6 Samurai, and it can easily be made. Like, no problem. I think it should just come back to 1. I mean, OCG has it, why can't we, Next up, number 101 Silent Honor Arc. And if you guys have noticed, I definitely have been hitting the 1 cards, because I just want to see a lot of these cards go away to 1, or come back to 1. just because we don't need this much power at 3, and we don't need them banned because they're not that great. Anyways, 101. It has the power to steal a monster. Konami is supposed to be very anti-stealing, which is why Big Eye's at 1 in the OCG. If the dragons get banned, I don't see a reason in hitting Big Eye or Draco Sack. But anyways, Honor Arc is pretty much again, it's another one of those Wolf Bark targets where you can just sit there and, oh, hey, I need to get rid of whatever you just summoned. Well, Wolf Bark into this, or any way of making it. I'm coming up with another reason why it should be, to 1, just like Wolf Bark. That's just one of my, I don't know, this is one of my pet peeve kind of cards, because it also, even after it uses its effect, it's supposed to detach 2 materials, so you think it's done. No, it still can negate 1 destruction effect on itself. I mean, it can get Dark Hold and it still will be alive. So, yeah, I just don't see it being that healthy for the game. And finally, for my last one, I want to see. Oh, I'm sorry. This is my 2. We're done with my 1. This is my 2. Madolche Queen Tiramisu. Now, I know you're probably going, we haven't even seen Madolches that much this format, but I've seen a couple of them, and this card is what kills me. I don't know. I feel like it has a lot of power behind it. It doesn't have, like, insane effects or anything like that. It just has, it's got so much board clearing that it can do. And, you can use its effect multiple times per turn. So, I mean, I would like to see it either 2 or 1, personally. It's one of those toss-up kind of a thing. Next thing on the list, Dragon's Ravine, back to 2 or 3. I would prefer it at 3, but I think 2 would be a healthier way for it, because people are trying to play the Blue Eyes variant right now. And especially if dragons don't get banned, I still want to see this back at 1. Dragoonides, they need their power back, I mean, this card, Dragon Rulers took so many cards with them. I want to see some of them coming back. And I'm sorry, but I just think they need to come back a little bit more. And this is one of those cards I just want to see come back, because it would make Dragoonides playable again. And it also would be kind of a nice field card. Torrential Tribute at 3. I completely, totally agree with this. The reason I agree with this is because, yeah, sure, it could be used like a Dark Hole, but with the cards that we have nowadays and everything like that, I mean, hell, Evil Swarms run freaking like 3 lances, basically? No, 6 lances, sorry. They run like 6 lances, basically. So, I mean, they can do that. Royal Decree is a card. We've got plenty of ways to take care of this card. And also, if you screw up, you're blowing up your own board in the first place, so it doesn't matter. Now, here's where you guys are going to start having some fun with me, and hopefully you enjoy my ideas here. So, we'll start off with the one that's kind of more possible. Magician of Faith to 3. It came back at 1. It did nothing for the game. I mean, yes, there's that OCG very, very slim to none chance of ever getting it to pull off kind of thing. But, I can just see it coming back to 3. It's not going to hurt the game. It's too slow. It's of another time. It doesn't even matter anymore. It's so... yeah, I think it can come back to 3. Not a problem. Not a problem. And finally, this one I definitely saved up a lot of my talking power for this, because this one is huge. Thousand Eyes Restrict, back to 3. Now, before you guys are going, oh my gosh, no. Now, hold on. Thousand Eyes Restrict is nothing to be worried about. First off, the summoning requirements for it is Relinquished and Thousand Eyes Idle. Okay, that's not too bad. So, its effect. Other monsters cannot change their battle position or attack. Once per turn, you can equip 1 monster your opponent controls to this card, max 1. The card's attack and defense becomes the same as equipped monster. If this card would be destroyed by battle, the equipped monster is destroyed instead. Okay, so first off, people are like, well, no, they can't change battle position. Okay, people basically run attack mode anyways nowadays. I don't even think defense mode is even a thing unless you're really that scared or can't do anything. And then they're going, well, they can't attack. Okay. So, why don't you just go ahead and negate it with something like Effect Veil or something like that? Then it can't get its effect of stealing. And then it can also make you not attack, so I mean... Well, no, I guess not that. Fiendish Chain would be the better thing. We have Fiendish Chain now, basically. Now, people will always find ways of blowing this card up. Judgment Dragon would just come in and destroy this card. Sure, you'd have to pay 2,000 life points at most, but it gets rid of the card, and they have to piss away a lot of material and resources just to get this card out in the first place. Thousand Eyes Restrict is kind of a hefty cost. Think about it. You're going to need the Relinquished, you're going to need the Thousand Eyes Doll, and you're going to need Polymerization. And, you know, sure, you don't really need Relinquished to be summoned on the field, and you can poly from your hand, or I think you can poly from your hand, can't you? Like, you can poly both those? I'm pretty sure you can. But I mean, it's 3 cards to get out this one, which is very easy to take out. I mean, they would have to have a lot of defense going behind this card. If they don't, then they're not gonna, you know, they're gonna be just fine anyways. And I think it's time. I really do. I don't think this is gonna have that much of an effect on the game at all. I mean, it's kind of like Magician of Faith. Sure, we brought it back to 1, but did it really hurt the game that much? Nah, it didn't, did it? I mean, sure, we saw them a little bit, but they didn't do very much at all. And I just think it's time that we go ahead and bring back these monsters, and we say, you know, let's not be afraid of them, let's go ahead and empower them. I mean, this card is not going to kill you, it's not going to be the end of you. I mean, a simple Raikou can kill it. Yeah, a Raikou can kill this. I mean, I know I'm just talking about the Light Swarm, but I mean, I'm sure Boojins have a way of taking care of it. Boojins can easily just double quill in it. That boom, it's done. One and gone. They can Boojin Carnation. They can 101 it. You guys, there's a lot of options around this. There's no, well, okay. No, there's nothing. So, I hope you guys enjoy my ban list predictions. And I hope you guys maybe, you know, drop down something that you think should be banned, limited, semi-limited, at 3, you know. Go ahead, drop your ideas. I want to hear them, I want to see them. These are just my ideas of what can come back at this point. I mean, honestly, we have a lot more stuff that can be coming back than we can get rid of at this point. And, I mean, of course, the things I want to ban are... I mean, can you argue that back when, you know, what was it, 3 formats ago? We've been controlled by this. We don't want to be controlled. We want to be able to freely play. Let's admit it. We want to be free. We want to be able to play freely, our own choices of cards, our own things, and you know, let's get these cards out there. Let's have some fun, guys. This is the whole point. We don't need to have broken cards that special summon like crazy. I mean, I remember back when having 2 monsters on the board was almost an insane thought that were more than level 5. You know? Back when Summon Skull was like the king of gods of a card to have in your deck because it was, oh, level 6, 1 sack, 2500, strongest Dark Magician. Broke. Not really. It wasn't broke. It was actually quite a fair card. I actually kind of miss it. I don't use it anymore. I wish that we could bring that back in some way, shape, or form. Well, maybe we will one day. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, subscribe, share this, drop predictions. Let's go ahead and, I mean, honestly, I think everyone can agree with this. This could be a pretty decent ban list if we implemented it. I don't think anyone would have a complaint with it, especially with the errata of Substitute. If they actually listen to me, which I hope people listen to me, I don't see a problem with bringing it back to I would bring it back to 3 if it got errated. Honestly, it's not gonna be broke. None of it is. Alright guys, I'm postponing this, so I hope to see you guys next time. So, see ya.